Welcome back to Mine and Me, everybody, or should I say PIP and me. And this video, I love doing this video, right, because this is the Mandatory Reconsideration, or we'll call it MR for short because it's easier than saying Mandatory Reconsideration, in it. So I want to start by saying, right, this. If you've just received a big no from PIP, or you've been awarded way less than you expected, I know that feels awful. It feels like frustrating, disheartening, and it can make you question everything you wrote and how long it's taken to get through everything. But here's the reality, and this is where MR, Mandatory Reconsideration, comes in. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how to do your MR, right? And it's not going to be rushed, not emotional, but structured, evidence-led and proper strong, because that's how we do things on this channel. So what is an MR? It's your first appeal stage. We've got another one after this, so don't worry. It's where you ask the DWP to look at their decision again, because we're not happy with it. So you cannot go to a tribunal, which is the next step, without doing this first. So think of MR as your chance to challenge inaccuracies or correct assumptions and reinforce your evidence. But this is the key. It has to be done properly. Okay, so we're going to take you through it now. So step one, how to request it, because we haven't even got that far yet. And it's quite simple. You have 1 month from your decision letter date to ask for it. And you can do this by phone, by letter, or via a form if it's provided. Sometimes they put one in your letter, but personally, I always recommend putting it in writing. And why? Because you create a paper trail. I've said in videos before, if it's not written down, it didn't happen. So when you request it, say clearly, right, I'm requesting a mandatory reconsideration of my PIP decision, and then the date of when it was, okay? It's the first step, done and dusted. So you've got it, right? Then get your assessment report. This step is massive and most people skip this. Ask for your assessor's report. I keep saying it, do it. This document is the one that's used to score you. And when you read it, you'll often spot things like assumptions or contradictions or downplayed symptoms and things completely taken out of context. You know, you cannot challenge what you haven't seen. So always request this report first, okay? And then go on to step 3, which is break down each descriptor which you've got, okay? And this is where we get into the core work, the nitty gritty of it all. Go through each activity where you lost your points. And for each one, write what they said, right? Then explain why it's incorrect. But don't write emotionally, okay? I know it's easy not to, but write functionally. Sort of focus on your safety, reliability, your reputation, you know, your time taken to do it. And I'll give you a quick example of this one. You know, I cannot prepare a meal safely due to fatigue and hand weakness. I require supervision to avoid burns. Keep it factual, clinical and clear. It's that easy, nice and structured. And then sometimes you can add supporting evidence if you haven't already done so, right? And this strengthens your MR massively. And this could include GP letters, consultant reports, occupational therapy notes, medication lists, care plans, but also statements from your carers or family describing your health needs, for example. Real world impact always matters. And you've got this letter, so structure it nicely. Your MR should follow like a simple structure, and it's nice and easy. Your opening statement requesting a reconsideration, a list of descriptors that you're challenging, evidence references, real life examples, and then your closing summary. It's done. You don't need anything fancy or fancy wording, right? You need clarity, right? So don't go on ChatGPT and get it to write it for you. Just write it from your own words. Because common mistakes, you know, will save you a lot of pain, right? And the biggest ones are writing emotionally instead of factually, not referencing descriptors, sending no extra evidence, or rushing it and assuming, you know, it'll just be fixed, because you must build your case. Don't rely on the DWP to do it, because they won't. And then sort of managing your expectations, okay? I want to be, you know, proper, honest and brutal here. Many MRs do not change the decision at that point, and that's tough to hear. But it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It means, right, the next step may be a tribunal, which is totally independent. It's just a paper trail, and we need to do it to get to where we want to be. So if you're about to do your MR and you've clicked on this video, my advice is take your time. You know, go through your report with a fine-tooth comb and go, well, that's not right. So you're challenging inaccuracies, you know, and why isn't that right? And back it with evidence. You know, things like that. Take your time. You've got all the time you need, okay? You've got a month to do it. Just take your time. And you'll find that you'll know your form off by heart after a while. And you look at stuff. I get loads of comments which I've noticed. It's like, oh, the assessor said this and the assessor said that, and that's not right, that's not right. This is your chance to shine. You know, this is your chance to say, that's wrong, you know, and challenge it. And then you challenge it. If it comes back and they're like, oh yeah, we made a mistake, then happy days. You might get what you deserve. Or, you know, you might get, you know, a little bit more than you asked for. If you don't worry about it, because we've got a tribunal. And I can't remember the figures, but I'll get it for the next video, that there's quite a high percentage of, you know, these go to tribunal. If you know the answer, stick it in the comments for me. And they go that far, and you're like, I've just got to jump through hoops just to get what I deserve. And I've been through it before. The process is an absolute nightmare. But videos like this will get you through it, I promise. And I wish you all well. You know, if you've got any problems like that, put in the comments. I read every comment. I know there's a bit of a community now, sort of there's a lot of people answering questions on my behalf as well in the comments, which is brilliant. So if you haven't already, you just click the subscribe button, because it really helps my channel. I'm a one-man channel doing it on my own, so you know, all the help I can get is brilliant. Drop us a like and a hype as well. I worked out what a hype is. It's brilliant. So yeah, I wish you all well. We'll do loads more videos about PIP. If you want a subject covered, I put a poll on my site the other day. But if you haven't seen that, drop it in the comments, and we'll try and do a couple of episodes on things that people really need. So take care, everybody. Good luck, and I'll see you on the next one.